fruits, triangles, pyramids, O's, circles, so on and so forth. Edible gummies come in all shapes and sizes, and for a long time, we here at Wheats hated them all. We even used to have a slogan at Wheats: don't be a dummy, don't buy gummies. I had probably tried a dozen or more varieties of gummies, and I never encountered one that lived up to the potency listed on the package. Not once. And they mostly tasted like they were dipped in gasoline. And I'm specifically referring to you at A Pure and Infused Creations. Awful products. So for a while, I was tempted to swear off gummies entirely. I thought the whole idea of it was rotten. Then, several months back, someone commented on one of my videos and asked if I would review Flourish. At that time, a completely unknown company to me. So I had it primed in my brain. I was looking for them, and I finally stumbled across a dispensary that carried them. Now I see Flourish everywhere, by the way. They seem to be carried in a bunch of places. Good for them. So I saw the Flourish at my dispensary, and I was initially pretty bummed because they were gummies, and I had been burned so many times. But somebody had requested, I promised I would review it if I picked it up, and it was both reasonably priced and handsomely packaged. So I decided, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And I decided, this would be my last gummy after these inevitably disappointed me. I was just going to swear them off for good, for real this time. But something magical happened, guys. I got pretty damn high. Welcome, everyone, to Wheats. We're YouTube's largest and only marijuana edible review show. We're here to help you make sense of your dispensary. Our job is to tell you which products are worth your hard-earned dollars, and which ones are total duds. Instead of reviewing an individual product like we normally do here on Wheats, we're going to be reviewing a company as a whole. And as you probably already surmised, that company is, of course, Flourish. So Flourish makes exclusively gummies. And they aren't anything like the gummies that are so often hawked at dispensaries. These aren't gummies bought in bulk from Costco and then dipped in some foul-tasting cannabis oil like their competitors. The first thing you'll notice that is different is their packaging. These aren't just tossed in some glorified Ziploc package with, like a shitty sticker label on the outside. No, this is a handsomely packaged product, and I'm a sucker for nice packaging. It's why Apple has me in such a vice grip, probably. So it's this very suavely designed little cardboard square with a little hole cut out of the front so you can see the goods on the inside. The goods being 4 little gummies. We'll get to what they look like and taste like in a moment. And then the packages, each one is color coordinated with its flavor. And really, it looks like a premium product, and I give them some points for that again. I'm a sucker for nice packaging. So the packaging is nice. That's for granted. Good, great. But obviously, it's really what's inside that packaging that counts. And what is inside that packaging? Well, they have a couple of different strengths and varieties, Flourish. They have 350 milligrams and 300 milligrams primarily. And then they have several different flavors. Pineapple, mixed berry, green apple. They have, I think, maybe 7, 8 flavors, maybe more than that. I've tried quite a few of them. The gummies don't look like your typical candy either. They're not this shape of like a gummy bear or a gummy worm or anything that looks like it would be like necessarily something a kid would want to grab. So maybe they'll be fine with these new edible regulations. We'll see. So no, their gummies look like little pyramids with the top cut off. It's a provocative look, actually. It's a strange look, but I like it. I like it quite a bit. It's a different sort of look for a gummy. And once I popped one of these strange pyramid-shaped gummies into my mouth, I was expecting it to be super bitter, to have that sort of oily, incredibly just bitter cannabis taste. But that wasn't the case at all. Not at all. It was actually better than pretty good. It was great. It has a pleasant, subtle, fruity taste with no real hint of cannabis whatsoever, really none that I could detect. It sort of has the consistency of Jell-O, and again, it's not hyper sweet, which is kind of what I like in a gummy. Also, they smell really nice. They don't smell anything like cannabis. They smell nice and fruity, super pleasant. Don't, hesitate to bring one of these out in the movie theater. I don't think you're going to be stinking up the place. So they tasted great. They're packaged well. But of course, we got to get to the main question, which is, are they going to get you high? And here I was expecting to be let down again, because there was no way an edible that tasted this great was going to be as potent as advertised. So the first one I tried was 150 milligram edible, and I was, again, expecting to be totally let down. Tasted great. It was relatively affordable. I got it for $10, so I wasn't looking forward to much. But after about 2 hours, it was pretty clear that this was the first actual 150 milligram gummy I had ever had. 150 milligrams for sure, if not maybe even a little under-exaggerated. So I cannot say enough about how great my first impression was with Flourish. After that, I decided, you know what? Maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe I just had a particularly strong batch. Let's try their 300 milligram variety. So, I decided, let's do it. Let's see if their 300 milligrams are going to be really twice as strong as their 150 milligrams. We'll see if maybe I got, just a super strong first dose. But then I tried it about a week later, the 300 milligram variety, and I was completely baked. I was probably at an 8 or 9 for several hours, 3 or 4 hours. It was definitely 300 milligrams. I mean, it was just as competitive as like a Kurova, an equivalent like a 250 milligram Kurova. It could go easily toe to toe with one of those. Again, it's this nice, small little gummies, easier to eat than a whole big brownie or cookie. So you can't, I can't recommend it both highly enough in terms of potency and taste. Man, these guys obviously take great pride in their product, and they're more honest and open with their customers than most edible companies. They lab test their products with SC Labs, which is always a huge comfort to see. And even rarer, they actually list the nutrition information on the package. They even list the ingredients, which is a real rarity. I really, really wish all edible manufacturers had enough respect for their customers to include this simple but crucial and critical information. So, to wrap up here, guys, Flourish single-handedly salvaged the idea of edible gummies for me. I was ready to write them off completely and categorically, and I am glad I didn't. Since then, I've found other gummy brands that I have liked, none quite as much as Flourish. What up, Tiki Killers? Love you guys a lot too. But Flourish is always going to be my first love when it comes to gummies, and my first thing I'm going to recommend when somebody says, oh, do you know any gummies that I should try? Because Flourish just isn't simply good for a gummy, it's a damn good edible, period. Don't be a dummy. Stay away from gummies. I've never been happier to be a dummy. And that's going to do it for our review of Flourish, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this review to be helpful. And if you did, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter at Wheats Reviews for all of our past and future reviews. Thanks again for watching. Peace.